Hello again. You know, we all know that Obama lied to the American people. He lied knowing full well that we would not be able to keep the plans that we had, the majority of Americans. They would also not be able to keep the doctors that they had. And he's been called a liar, and he won a Pinocchio Award because he's a liar. But I think it gets much, much deeper than that. It goes far deeper than him just simply being a liar. He's a deceiver. Yeah, look up the definition of deceive. Well, you don't have to, because I'll tell you what it is. Of a person cause someone to believe something that is not true, typically in order to gain some personal advantage. Let me repeat that. Of a person cause someone to believe something that is not true, typically in order to gain some personal advantage. Now, what personal advantage do you think Obama gained by lying to the American people when he said, if you like your doctor, you can keep him. If you like your plan, you can keep the plan. He also said that we won't come between you and your doctor. All of those are lies. But once again, it goes much deeper than him simply lying. He deceived the American people to do what? Well, he deceived the American people so he can gain an advantage, a personal advantage. And that personal advantage was ramming Obamacare down the throats of the American people. I can't imagine one Democrat that would have voted for Obamacare if he or she knew that if people didn't sign up for Obamacare, they could be sent to prison for 5 years. Or they could be required to pay a $250,000 fine. I can't imagine that one Democrat would have signed off on Obamacare. Well, that's not true. Of course I can imagine. Idiots like Nancy Pelosi, idiots like Harry Reid, idiots like Barbara Boxer. There's just a whole list. Maxine Waters. The list goes on and on. But the fact is that not enough of them would have signed off on it for it to have been put in front of the usurper so he could sign it into law. Yeah, again, it's much deeper than him simply being a liar. He constantly deceives the American people, him and his criminal, dysfunctional administration. The majority of cabinet positions are held by who? Well, by the Muslim Brotherhood. Those people in positions of power are all members of the Muslim Brotherhood. Personally, I believe that Hillary Rodham Clinton was converted by Huma Abedin over the 4 years that they spent together. All their time was spent in the Middle East. All of it. And what did they leave the Middle East in? In shambles. That's what they left the Middle East in. Obama needs to be removed. He needs to be put on trial for treason. He lied to the American people. He deceived the American people. He constantly lies to the American people, and he constantly deceives the American people. Benghazi, Hillary allowed people to die. Obama did nothing. Why? Because he was running what he ran in the States. In the States, he ran fast and furious. In Benghazi, he ran a distribution center. What do you think all those survivors were doing there? Huh? Collecting green stamps? No. They were shipping the weapons that Obama confiscated from Gaddafi when he destroyed Libya with our Air Force, without congressional approval. Yeah. That's what they were doing. And I think it's disgusting that not one of them has come forward and honored the names of those that saved their lives, Glenn Doherty and Tyrone Woods. But that's a whole different story. You know, it's just unbelievable. If you want to have an idea as to what really happened with Benghazi, as far as I'm concerned, you might want to go look at one of the videos that I posted a while ago. And it's MOV 01868. That's MOV 01868. It's less than 10 minutes in length. It's one of my longest videos. But I cover an awful lot of areas. And I truly believe that is what happened. I truly believe that is why the ambassador was slaughtered, and that is why Glenn Doherty and Tyrone Woods gave up their lives as well. It never should have happened. It never would have happened if Hillary Rodham Clinton wouldn't have reassigned the 14 armed Marines a week prior to the planned visit, the scheduled planned visit of the ambassador, Christopher Stevens. A week prior. And who was left to protect them? The February Brigade. Well, what is the February Brigade? Well, they're al-Qaeda. Yeah. So you got the fox in the chicken coop to protect the chickens. Does that make any sense to you? None of what happened that evening makes any sense as far as what Washington did or didn't do. No one still has any idea where Obama was that evening. No one knows where he was that evening. What we do know is stand-down orders were issued. What we also know is the only one that can issue stand-down orders in a foreign country is the President of the United States. No one else can do that. He can't delegate it. You don't believe me? Check it out for yourself. The thing's a complete joke. He needs to be tried for what? For treason and for the murder of countless innocent people and the murder of American citizens, which he himself has admitted to. It's time, folks. It's time to turn this country around. Congress needs a complete house cleaning. All those long-term senators and congressmen, they need to be given the heave-ho. People like Lane Brain, Rhino, Johnny McCain, he needs to be given the heave-ho. People like Senator Lindsey Graham, he needs to be given the heave-ho. Maxine Waters, Barbara Boxer, Dianne Feinstein. I could go on and on and on, but what's the point? You know who they are. Harry Reid. It's unbelievable how this country is run by dysfunctional, criminal people, and no one's doing crap about it. It's actually sickening. That's really what it is. It's sickening. I told you what I think. So what do you think?